Hello, it's Diane here. Let's talk about the ways in which life can take us on sacred detours. What's God trying to show you? What's life trying to show you? And you can call it universe, spirit, higher self, whatever you resonate with, right? The higher power that you connect with. It tends to be easier to trust and feel that loving power in our lives when things are going the way that we like, when things are going the way that we want. But what about the moments in which there's painful situations happening? What about the moments in which things don't go the way we planned? Or when life throws a wild card at us? Or when things fall apart, no matter how hard we try? Are you still able to feel God moving through those situations for you? And when I say God, I say it in a non-religious context. It's just the word that I personally feel connected to when talking about spirit. Are you able to feel the goodness of life and God within those difficult situations? Sometimes I feel that it's really important that we slow down and listen so that we can actually receive the wisdom that is trying to come in and through us, because we're not really separate from God. God is within us. We are God, and God is all around us, right? Life is all inside of us. And I truly believe that there is a wise intelligence, a natural intelligence in life and within us that moves us exactly where we need to be. And so when things don't go the way that we would like, how do we frame that? How do we interpret that? How do we read into that? Because we can tell ourselves that the universe is against us and that things are never going to work out for us, and this painful pattern is always going to keep happening, and this and that. We make a lot of assumptions based on the things that we experience, a lot of which are not correct. And when we have enough silence in nature, when we have enough space to receive, we can actually begin to look at life from the eyes of that loving creator, from the eyes of God, or the eyes of higher self that is moving in and through our lives with love. And sometimes I feel that we are holding on so much to certain things in our lives that we're not even allowing something better to come, that we're not even allowing the things that we're praying for. And we need to let go of the things that we hold on to so tightly, so that the things we want can actually come in. We can't be receptive if we are tense, if we're trying to control everything. And this is also very connected to my work with womb healing, actually, because even womb health is really connected to our capacity to soften and listen and land in our bodies and land in this life and actually receive from life, not just give or control everything. That blocks our feminine energy completely, and it's reflected in our womb health. And so I've said it before, womb work is full life work. This is something that my womb healing teacher used to say, and it stuck with me because it's true. When you start to work with your womb, a lot of things start to move in your life in beautiful and powerful and liberating ways. And sometimes it's not easy. And other times it's more beautiful than you could ever imagine. And working with the womb for me has made it easier to feel safe in my body. So whenever I have something difficult coming up, it doesn't destabilize me the same way. I also move through difficult things in my life. I also get triggered. I don't have everything figured out. The difference is that now I feel really rooted in my body. And I have a strong sense of self of who I am. And this is because I've been working with my womb and my body consistently for a while. And this is something that's inherently natural for all of us. It's just that we're so disconnected from this earth center in our bodies that we don't realize. But actually, it's not like we're supposed to never feel fear or confused or triggered in life. I don't feel like that's the aim. That's not my aim. I don't expect that from myself because I don't think it's fair or realistic. For me, the aim is to have earth in my body, is to feel grounded, is to feel secure, is to have an anchor energetically, emotionally, subconsciously. It's not something that I need to constantly work for. I don't need to do lots of affirmations or meditations or grounding exercises to feel safe or secure or grounded in my body. So when difficult things happen, I have earth, I have clarity, I have a very strong feeling of connectedness to myself and to life. And this makes things a lot easier. It also helps for things to open up because I can act from a place that is true and aligned from me and from nourishment and not from fear. When we are scared, we are really vulnerable. We don't always make the best decisions from that place. And women already have very sensitive nervous systems. We need a lot of things that make us feel secure. It's just that we're so used to this feeling of unsafety in our bodies, sometimes we don't even realize it's there. And one way to make it a lot easier is, again, to connect with your body, to connect with your womb on a deep level. So if that's something that you feel called into, send me a DM and we can talk about it. I have 2 spots open right now for womb work. But going back to this topic, which is what I wanted to talk about today, how much trust can we pour in to ourselves in these difficult moments? And are you able to see that whatever is happening for you? And if you can't see it, that's okay. It's okay to be angry, it's okay to be scared, it's okay to feel powerless, it's okay to hate life. And sometimes it's important to let yourself feel all of that. And when you do, the most natural thing is for clarity to emerge and for a deeper connection with the love from creation to come through, because you are loved even when you don't feel loved, and you are safe and you are held and you're guided even when you don't feel it. You are not forsaken. And there are a lot of invisible forces working for you. And sometimes it's exactly those things that we think are not going our way, the biggest blessing. Sometimes things come to move us into the spaces that need us and that we need, and that take us literally to answered prayers. So it's not always just the path that we envisioned, the right one. Sometimes God's got a better path for you. And I don't talk a lot about God in my page actually, but I feel like it's something that I want to start doing more, because my relationship with God, with Spirit, is a really big part of my life, and it's a really big part of why I am where I'm at now. And I feel that it's something really important to cultivate in our lives. Like, yes, I love emotional healing, and I love the womb, and I love all these things, and I feel like there's a space in our hearts that is meant for a connection with something divine, something that is us in essence. And that for me has been a source of a lot of magic and power and clarity in my life, to the point that now I can have direct conversations with God on any given day. And that does make it easier as well to trust. However, if I'm scared and I'm stressed and I'm trying to control everything and my nervous system is all over the place, how am I supposed to drop in and listen and have these deeper conversations? And like even think about transcending or understanding why difficult things are happening. It's not very it's not very realistic, right? So there's a moment for everything, and that's why for me it's really important to first bring it into the body, to first bring it into safety, to first feel secure and let myself feel absolutely everything, and then we can move into transcendence. But I've learned to stay curious even through the trigger, even through the pain, even through the uncertainty, and that helps a lot. So I wanted to share this with you today and start a conversation. I would love to hear from you how this resonates, what this brings up for you. And I hope you're having a beautiful day. Thank you for being here.